What is going on, guys? It's your boy Deathgun with another Monster Hunter World video. Today I got another build for the Taroth Longsword Poison. Last time we took a look at the raw damage it can do, while this time we're going to be taking a look at the purple gold build. This focuses around the poison element of this weapon, seeing as once it's released, it's the highest damage poison longsword in the game. So without further ado, let's take a look at what this weapon has to offer. Alright, so apart from its incredibly sexy looks, the Taroth Sword Poison offers really high attack, really good sharpness, being able to reach white sharpness incredibly fast, 10% affinity, the highest poison damage in the game once it's released, a level 2 slot, 20 defense bonus, and 1 augmentation slot. After that, for our helmet, we're rocking the Wrath Soul Helm B for a critical boost, level 1, and 2 level 1 slots. For our chest, we have the Taroth IRA for level 2 stun resistance, level 2 critical boost, and a level 1 slot. For our arms, we're wearing the Kaiser Vamp Braces A, which gives us 2 points into weakness exploit and a level 1 slot. For our waist, we're wearing the Kolb Taroth Malice B, which gives us a level 3 slot, a level 1 slot, free element ammo up, and 1 point into handicraft. And last but not least, we have a really good piece to finish off this set, which is the Curing Leg Guards B, giving us 2 level 1 slot, the last 2 skills into free element, which gives us full poison element. For our charm, we're rocking the Attack Charm level 3, the Apothecary Mantle, and last but not least, the Affinity Booster. You guys can mix and match for whatever you want when it comes to your equipment. I just find this works the best to deal as much damage as possible. Now, when it comes to our skills, we have Attack Boost level 4, which gives us Attack plus 12 and 5% affinity. Stun Resistance level 3, as you guys know, is just an additive. Poison Attack level 3 is very important to give us Poison Buildup plus 30%, which is overall really good in this build. We have Free Element, which unlocks our sealed element, in this case being Poison, overall drawing out 100% of the hidden element. You need to have level 3, guys. Alright, the next few skills didn't change much. First off, we have Critical Boost level 3, which increases the damage dealt by our critical hits up to 40% from a base 25%. We have Critical Eye level 2, which gives us 6% more affinity, and Weakness Exploit level 2, which increases the affinity when we hit weak points by 20%. We have Handicraft level 2, which gives us plus 20 weapon sharpness, and last but not least, to finish off this combo, we have Protective Polish, which maintains our weapon sharpness after, well, sharpening. It's very important to keep that white sharpness going as long as you can, and overall making the damage on this build work really good. So let's take a look at the actual decoration so we know what we have slotted in. In our weapon, we have the Sharp Jewel so we can get Protective Polish. In our helmet, we have 2 Expert Jewels just so we can get that extra added affinity. In our chest, we're rocking the Steadfast Jewel to finish off our stun resistance. In our arms, we have the Attack Jewel. In our waist, we're rocking the Handicraft Jewel and 1 Venom Jewel. And to finish things off, in our 2 leg slots, we're rocking 2 Venom Jewels. Overall, pretty easy decorations to get. You'll be able to put this set together rather quick. But that's enough of that. Let's get on to something really interesting. We're going to be testing out the damage numbers in the training room. I know you guys love seeing these numbers, so you have a general idea of how much damage you're going to be doing. With that being said, I want to point something out. When you test out damage in the training room, you should know this by now, but when you test out damage, you do not get to see the elemental damage, or in this case, the poison ailment damage. We're just going to be taking a look at raw numbers so you have a general idea of how much damage you're going to be doing when in battle. And keep in mind that the poison damage is just an additive. Here we have our first Helmbreaker, hitting numbers in the 98s. This is really good, keeping in mind that we are not buffed whatsoever. Our yellow bar Helmbreaker is hitting numbers in the 54s. And last but not least, our white gauge Spirit Helmbreaker, which you should never hit, is hitting numbers in the 34-35 area. So keep that in mind, guys. Now I'm going to be showing you guys the damage this weapon can put out once it's buffed. Right here we're going to be doing damage with the Demon Drug and our Affinity Booster. We can still get higher damage if we eat or we're buffed by a Hunting Horn. When it comes to our Red Gauge Spirit Helmbreaker, we're hitting numbers in the 113. Overall hitting great damage, guys. And the fact that we can go a little higher with food or Hunting Horn buffs makes it so we know we're going to be able to hit more damage. overall making this build reliable not only when it comes to poison damage, but regular base damage is on point. With that being said, there's a really important aspect of this build that we have to cover, pretty much the main one, and that is, does the poison damage work and how effective it is? For that, we're going to be testing out different things, and I want you guys to pay close attention to these battles. We're going to be testing out the damage on multiple different monsters with different types of weaknesses to poison. Some are going to be weak to poison, while others are going to have a small resistance, while there are some that are pretty much poison monsters themselves, making it rather interesting to see the damage you can do with this weapon. Here we have Kushala, an elder dragon, so a really good way to actually show the damage it can do. If you pay close attention to the battle, you'll be able to see how fast we actually get poison to build up on this monster and how long it actually stays. Now guys, if you notice, Kushala is unhittable at the moment, but he's still taking poison damage, and this is where poison damage and pretty much any ailment comes into effect. It works really well to add damage in the worst case scenarios when you can hit the monster or even as you hit it. I'm going to be showing you multiple fights like this, and you want to pay close attention not only to how much damage I'm doing with my basic attacks, but how fast the poison builds up, so you finally get the idea of how good poison really is. It always helps out when you're dealing damage and you see those extra ticks as you see here, or if the monster's running away to take those extra ticks of damage, or if he likes to do any sort of crap like Taroth, which likes to fly and throw hurricanes in the way. He'll still be taking damage, making it so overall it's really good when it comes to DPS, and even though we're not seeing the giant numbers in our Spirit Helmbreaker, we're still hitting for damage while we're on the ground, as you can see here, while the monster, as I've said before, runs away, or even as we hit him, every hit counts because it's adding in those extra ticks of damage. So overall, it wouldn't give us much damage as a raw damage weapon, but it really does put out hefty numbers of damage. And if you guys have teammates that are also rocking poison builds, you can pretty much keep a monster poisoned throughout the whole fight. So keep that in mind. Poison damage is pretty much one of the best in the game, making it so any monster is pretty much vulnerable to it. I don't know if there's any monster that are completely immune to being poisoned, but most of them can be hit. So it's a really good weapon to have in your arsenal. You guys really wanted to see this video where we could actually check out the poison damage on this weapon. I decided to make a full build for you, so I hope you've enjoyed the video. Make sure to smash that like button, subscribe. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I will make sure to cover them. And that's about it. Enjoy the rest of these fights. For now, your boy Death Gun out.